Jackson, where are we going today?
We are on our way to the United States' most haunted house, the Sallie House.
In the mid-1800s, Dr. Charles Finney and his family built a home in Atchison, Kansas. According to legend, one night Dr. Finney awakened to a pounding on his front door. A mother brought her daughter to the doctor for severe abdominal pains. Dr. Finney believed her appendix was near bursting, and so he administered anesthesia and prepared for emergency surgery. However, Dr. Finney began cutting the young girl open before the anesthesia had taken effect. The young girl Sallie screamed from the pain, but Dr. Finney continued. Sallie died on the surgery table in his home, her last memories being torture and pain. Ever since that night, Dr. Finney's home has been known for paranormal activity of the highest degree. Former residents and investigators have claimed voices, strange sounds, objects moving without explanation, apparitions, and a multitude of weird occurrences. Some have even claimed that the house is inhabited by a demonic entity. And to this day, it has been known as the Sallie House. My name is Kyle. My friend and partner is Jackson. Jackson is a believer, and I am a skeptic. We are amateurs. We have only bare equipment, little budget, and no experience. What you are about to see is 100% real. We did not fake anything, and to the best of our knowledge, everything in this video is completely legitimate. Jackson and I entered the Sallie House. We set up equipment and surveyed the rooms. Afterwards, we began investigating in earnest. We were not prepared for what we found.
Holy. Whoa. Ooh.
Well, that's a nice creepy sound.
Hope I don't hear that again.
Creaking door, we got a stairway and entryway.
Living area right here.
Spooky little doll. Living area that Jackson just mentioned.
A little dining area.
They have AC, which is nice because it's a hot July day here in Atchison, Kansas. The temperature is above 90 with high humidity.
Well, here's the kitchen.
July 13th. And it is a clock.
There's
3:22 p.m.
There's like a little shrine for Sallie in here. That's not creepy.
What is this? Oh, what a cute little picture. Yeah, that's a little...
I don't know if cute is the word to use.
It's kind of frightening. That's a little frightening.
That is nightmare fuel, man. We got a potty.
I got a potty. So this is the door to the basement that you hear so much about. It's actually behind this door here. They are requesting that we keep it closed, the door closed, because if we open it, the pilot light can go out. And I don't want to die in a huge house explosion, so I think we're going to not go downstairs.
Sadly. All right, Jackson cam is set up. There's Kyle over there messing with the stuff. We got some equipment set up. We got the music box right here. Was that me?
What happened?
I heard like a tap over here. I thought it was my footstep at first, but I keep stepping right here and it's not making a sound. It sounded like over there was almost like a Yeah.
I didn't hear anything, but I was kind of focused on this and making noises with this shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and step over the music box. As you can see, you can probably see the antenna of the REM pod. It's up there. Got a cat ball right there. Oh, that's me. We got 2 more cat balls set up. We got one by this Sallie shrine right here. Yeah, right there. Obviously that detects physical touch. Then we have another one right there. Got this old TV. Really old. Old like dirt. TV. You had that kind of TV in your 20s, right?
Yeah. I think I was almost
old.
In fact, I was almost 30.
He's old.
Basically as old as dirt. So we got cat balls, we got a REM pod, we got the music box. Of course, we got our phones. We'll be doing some recording with that. And we have digital voice recorder. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that on now. Well, you had mentioned
Calling out to the spirits.
calling out to the spirits, and what were you going to say? Well, just go ahead and do it, man. Let's
Any spirit that resides in the Sallie house, we have some equipment set up. We have a REM pod at the top of the steps. If you get close to it, a light will shine and a beep will happen. We will know that you are up there. We have some cat balls set up. We have one at the very bottom of the steps. We have one on the Sallie shrine, in the restroom in the kitchen, and then we have one in front of the TV. If you touch one of those, it'll light up and it'll show us that you're there, just like the REM pod, but it doesn't make a noise. We also have this music box that I'm pointing at. If you can see me downstairs, we have this music box kind of in the doorway, in front of the front door and the bottom step. If you step in front of that, some music will play and we'll know that you are right here. It detects your motion. So please feel free to use any of our equipment whenever you want. We just want to know that you're here and that you can hear us.
Yeah, Sallie, we hear you like music, so it plays a little different song than some of the music you might be accustomed to. I know there's a music box upstairs and there's some toys make sounds, but this will be a new one. So you could hear a new tune, and if you're more than welcome to come walk in front of it, play with it, touch it, whatever you want to do. Cat balls light up. They're a lot of fun.
They shine pretty colors. I promise you they shine pretty colors.
Jackson's jumpy because the AC just kicked on and I heard
That's
it
the
pause.
second time
It's
I've
the
done
second
that
time
now.
It's done that. Yeah, the AC
I'm
kicks on and there's an audible click on the thermostat.
I'm a little on edge right now, okay? It's considered the most haunted house in the United States. I think I have
Some
a right.
people say it is.
I think I have a right to be a little on edge, okay?
Well, you have every right to be on edge. I'm not making fun of you, but I did. I'm glad we caught that on camera.
So coming up the stairs, the first thing I notice is that it's an old house. This thing was built in the 1800s. The stairs are a little off, so it's kind of giving me a fun house effect kind of feel. I don't know if that's important or not, but it could be.
Found the nursery. It's a little.
Take a pan around here. Take a look at things.
It's a little colder in here than it is everywhere else in the house.
The nursery, all the toys. You think it is?
I feel cold.
Over the course of the evening, we occasionally moved equipment to different locations. We also used some items from the house as trigger objects and supplements to our investigation. In the next few minutes, you will see Sallie's allegedly favorite toy. You will also see Jackson place a large ball near the top of the stairs. Both of these become extremely important when we show the evidence and events of this investigation.
That's that closet. Now, the story here is that there was a family that was here and they couldn't find their little girl, and then they found her in this room, this closet.
Yeah, during one of the days.
And the little girl said she was in here playing with another little girl.
I swear that ball just moved.
I didn't have my camera pointed that way.
It did like one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
You feel a draft coming in and out of that window?
Not really, no. I mean, it's shut. I don't even think you can open it unless I'm just a weakling.
You might be. I don't know.
I mean, all the windows are
All right,
closed.
maybe. Well, that's something to think about. Maybe we camera. You know, put a camera on that ball at some point, or do something like that.
Put it on top of the steps.
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to leave this door cracked open.
All right.
That. Let's get a shot of that door. We're just going to leave that door like that. There's some bells on this door. They don't really work all that well, but they might if need it later.
Oops. I'm setting up a tea party.
Tea party.
I've heard that
Tea and scones.
I've heard that can be used as a trigger object for Sallie. So I'm setting up a tea party. Oh, this thing's creepy. Bathroom to take your spooky dookies.
That's just a storage closet.
Who cares?
Well, you know, if I was a ghost, I didn't want to be seen.
That's a good
Hiding
point.
in a closet might be a good place to be.
Please do not touch glue drying. Thank you. I don't want to touch it.
Can't sit in that chair. Well, you could touch it, but just like real gently. You can't sit in it, I think is what they mean. So we got these built-in closets in there. 2.5 feet off the floor. The space underneath, very, very odd. But I don't know. Old house, so who knows? I'll probably use that for additional storage for other things.
There's more closets over here. More storage. Batman.
Batman, we're saved.
Oh.
What?
Door started to. It won't stay closed.
Move on its own?
Well, I'm thinking it's because of, but they won't stay
But it's
shut.
not because of a ghost.
No, it's because of Jackson. This is Sallie's room.
Sallie's room is what it's commonly
I've
referred to.
heard that there is a toy in here that is her favorite. I believe it's this one right here. I've heard that this one is her favorite. It turns on, it lights up, and it's supposed to make sound. I don't know how you get it to make sound, but it's actually, if you can tell, it detects physical touch, and that's how it turns on. So we could use that almost like
Okay.
as another REM pod kind of thing. Now, if that were to go on right now, something had touched it, which would be creepy.
All right.
Okay, the REM pod is on. Now, you saw how close I was to that thing just now. I mean, I was like
Well, yeah, I didn't catch it on camera.
right there, and it didn't go off. You literally have to get like that close for it to go off.
Okay. Do that again. So you got to be within just a few inches of it.
Yes. I could change the range, but I have it on the closest right now just because I want to make sure it's not getting factored by the guardrail or anything like that.
So that's me?
That is you.
Are you sure?
I'm positive because it just stopped.
Well,
That's pretty much the whole house. I mean, obviously we can't go into the basement. We don't want to blow the house up.
right. And in the basement, too, allegedly, some people went down there and they made a pentagram on the floor.
Yeah.
And then later on that was tried to be removed, and they've never actually been able to fully remove that. Now it just looks like this big ashen gray, black blob stain thing on the floor. It would be really cool if we could get down there and look at that, because I mean, I'm really interested in that part of the story, but it's, at the same time, I don't want to blow the pilot light out if that's actually true. Anyway.
I don't like that.
Do it again, Jackson.
Money left in Sallie's wish box is donated to St. Jude's Hospital for Children. Bless you. Sallie likes music. That's one of the things people say.
And we've got a music box.
We do have a music box. Hopefully, she likes our music box and makes it go off.
Yeah, I heard your music box. Why's it got to play creepy music, Jackson?
Because we're doing creepy stuff.
Man, why can't it just play like, I don't know, Baby Got Back or something? You know, it's got to be, you know, like,
Oh my God.
Amityville horror kind of stuff.
Oh, oops. We're gonna borrow one of these balls real quick. I need you to stay still. I need you to stay still.
Yeah, just put it wherever. That's pretty good.
Okay. I feel like I'm going crazy because you're not hearing the other sounds that I'm hearing.
Well, I'm being serious. My hearing is not as good as yours.
And it sounds like it's coming from either this room or that one over there with the closet.
Okay.
And
I believe you. I don't think you're nuts. I don't think you're crazy.
maybe a little.
I think that sometimes people get excited about doing things like this, and so sometimes maybe imagination can have an influence, you know? It's like you kind of, it's that desire to want something to happen so badly. So, I mean, I don't want to say that you're just imagining things, because I don't necessarily believe that that's true, but I do think that maybe you're a little bit more hyper vigilant about
Maybe,
the stuff
probably,
than I am.
yeah.
Because I mean, I live in an old home, but you know, my home was built in '68. It's not as old as this one, which was built, you know, 150 years ago. But I know old houses make noises, and
Yeah, they
so I guess there's just a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily attribute to being as much of anything, and then but you're a little bit more perceptive of it. So I guess that's all I will say for now. I'm gonna leave this ball on the top of the stairs, and who knows, maybe it'll come rolling down at us later or something.
I keep waiting. We left this door open on purpose.
One, to prevent us from going into the basement.
One, to prevent us from going in the basement, and two, because we'll be interested to see if maybe we get some movement out of this door. Maybe it will close on its own or something like that. So like if we're upstairs later and we come back down and this door's closed, we're the only two here.
We're here till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're the only two people.
We're here for 18 hours, and it's, you know, and that's it. Now, unless, and this is the skeptic in me talking, right? There's like two guys in the basement pulling strings and pushing buttons. That's the only kind of thing that concerns me, is that they won't let us go in the basement. So we can't really completely inspect the property. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for now, but we'll see. We'll see.
Obviously, I'm not expecting.
Jackson,
What up?
come here.
Is it still going off?
Come here.
It's still going off?
I'm down here.
Is there someone over by that REM pod? Can you step away for a second? I mean, you did make it go off, but it's not.
I started it off because I walked right over it. I straddled it.
It's not supposed to continuously go.
But I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I mean,
8 or 9 steps down.
We are on the same step right now. Sally, is that you? Can you step away? Whoever's making that REM pod go off, can you step away so we know that you're there? They don't want to listen.
I'm 6 steps down now. Jackson has that thing. The range is just a few inches, maybe 6 inches max around it. It should have stopped by now, and it's
Was that the TV?
Continuing to go off.
Dude, I thought I heard the sound of like those old TVs going like the sound they make when they power on.
Yeah.
I thought I just heard that in my right ear. That is so weird. I'm gonna
Can
reset
you
it.
stop setting off the REM pod? Please?
You think I should reset it?
Reset it. Because it could just be a glitch, a weird anomaly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it
that is possible, but
if we reproduce it, then that's a different story. How long does that take?
normally it's just you power it on and it doesn't do anything.
Are you bullshitting me?
I'm dead serious.
What range do you have it set at?
Minimum.
Okay.
Again.
All right, now it seems to be normal. Let's wait a second and see if it starts going off again.
I mean, I've had people that I've gone on investigations with, I've had people hit the REM pod, but it never kept going after like that. I mean, it would go for a couple of seconds and then it would stop.
Huh. Odd. Proof? I don't know, but odd. Definitely strange.
Definitely strange. I don't know. I'm a full-blown believer and I don't even know if I can call that proof. I decided to put the music box right there. Kyle says it went off for about a split second, right?
Yeah, it was just really brief. It didn't even get out a complete note, but it did. I definitely saw the light.
And then I decided to put the REM pod on the Sallie shrine. And I've reset it a couple times now. Like I just did. It's off. Can you turn that REM pod back on? If you were just doing that? And now that I'm in here, what the fuck?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
Right?
this is motion.
That's not electromagnetic.
No, this is something has to be like walking
Moving.
or standing in front of it.
Something
Yeah.
has to be passing in front of the sensor.
It's almost like it's like
And it doesn't pick up behind where you're at.
no, it's literally just straight up that way. I mean, I can move like over here. And this REM pod is still going crazy. Sallie, is that you? Sallie, if this is you, can you make our REM pod go off? Like turn it off?
Music box is going off. Jax and I are both behind it. It only picks up motion in front. There's nothing anywhere near it. We're near it, but we're behind it, and we don't set it off behind.
And you have going off like
And it's continuing to go off. It's like the motion isn't stopping, right?
two pieces of equipment going absolutely insane at the exact same time.
So the REM pod's still going on?
Yeah.
Let's check, go in here and look at that.
And like I said, it's been on the absolute minimal setting. Like you saw how close you had to get. And like I reset it, it would stop for like 15, 20 seconds and then it started picking up again. Music box is still going off too. This is weird. This is so weird.
The REM pod and music box activity continued almost constantly until late in the evening. At approximately midnight, all activity on both suddenly ceased. The devices only detected a few brief and rare moments of activity after that time.
Dude, I think your REM pod is just jacked. I think it's just messed up.
Someone might have messed with it,
You
man.
need to see about a warranty.
It's never done this at any location I've ever been.
That's why you need to see about a warranty.
After approximately 20 minutes, the digital voice recorder quit working. It would not turn on, nor would it charge. It seemed to be completely broken. After returning home, the recorder worked normally. The few recordings that were captured did not reveal any electronic voice phenomena, also known as EVPs.
What room was that closet in? It's in here.
Yeah, it's in the master bedroom.
Remember we left that open?
We did leave that open. Still open. Did you leave it that far open?
I did not leave it that far open, Jackson. And I've got video to prove it, because I came back and showed how far that door was open.
Nothing's changed in here. I mean, I came up here and I showed my brother, but
But you didn't touch the door?
I went like, here's the...
You
I didn't want to
didn't open it?
I didn't want to mess with it.
I had it about right there.
Because I went like this. I was like, here's the closet. Kyle left the door open. I don't want to
That's
mess with it.
about where I had it. It was maybe kind of halfway. Because then I noticed that we had these little Christmas decoration balls. And I thought, oh, maybe those will happen.
And now it's done. And now it's going again.
I just messed with that Christmas decoration balls on the doorknob, and then it stopped for a bit.
Do you want us to go into the closet? Do you want me, just me? So can you step away for a second so I can ask you a question? That's weird that it's just like straight up answered me right there. So you want just me in the closet? I'll do it. I don't care. As soon as I stepped into the closet,
as soon as you stepped in the closet, it quit. I don't know if you can hear that, folks, but the REM, now it's back.
As soon as I stepped into this closet, that REM pod turned off for like 2 seconds, and now it's back on. I mean, how do you explain it?
You stepped all the way into the closet and then stopped.
I mean, I'm in the closet by myself. Kyle's outside. Do you want us to shut the door? Step away from the REM pod if you want us to shut the door.
You're confusing us because the REM pod won't stop. Can you please step away so that it will stop for a while so that you can communicate with us? Thank you.
As I come up the stairs, note the location of the ball that Jackson placed earlier. It is exactly where we left it, near the top of the staircase. What you're about to see is the most compelling evidence of our investigation.
I mean, I've been sitting in the master bedroom the whole time. I've been sitting here the whole time, and that music box has been going.
Oh, I thought you were just messing around with it.
No, I've been sitting here. My friend can vouch for me. Like, I've been sitting here for the last, 5 minutes. I even closed that door because that Raggedy Ann doll was staring at me funny. Don't you do it. Don't you shine that in my face.
Gotta turn it on, dude. Gotta turn the light on, man.
I mean, that music box, it only goes off when there's motion. And it's been going on for the last 5 minutes, and I've been sitting here.
Though we did not notice it for several more minutes, you can clearly see the ball is no longer in its original location. Note that this clip is one continuous shot. There are no cuts or edits, and we were in the main bedroom while the ball was outside the doorway at the top of the stairs. And remember, Jackson and I were the only two people in the house. We tried to debunk this mysterious event, as you will see in following footage, but we never found a rational explanation for what occurred.
The activity is slowly, I feel like it's slowly starting to pick up.
Oh yeah.
Which I still have the REM pod in Sally's room, and that's not going off.
Not yet.
It's just a music box. So I don't know if someone's literally just walking up and down the stairs, or if they're walking.
Just standing at the top of the stairs.
If they were standing at the top, it would just be constantly going off.
I'm hyped to see the results of the spirit box.
Spirit box is gonna be fire. I mean, me and him are both in this room. It's going off at the top of the steps.
This setup's crazy.
Dude, it's on the other side of Sally's door. I swear when I was standing up here, I did not move it.
But it didn't register at the time. I didn't even think about it. We placed that ball.
We placed it. I remember shoving it into that corner because it wouldn't stick.
We placed that ball right there.
And now it's...
There's the ball.
Dude. Maybe that's what the music box was trying to do. It was trying to tell us, hey, the ball moved. That is so strange.
You're not screwing with me, are
I
you?
promise I did not move that.
Get the light on. It's getting a little dark.
I'm so confused. How did that ball move?
Huh. I don't have an answer. That's weird.
I mean, I remember placing the music box down, and I remember putting it down in a way to where it wouldn't be affected by the ball. And then I got up.
That ball was over there when you put the music box down.
Yes, I remember that. And then I got up, and I walked this way. And I showed my buddy this room, came back, pretty sure the ball was still over there. Walked back in here, and I said, I'm going to sit my fat ass down, and sat in this chair. Maybe it didn't like that I closed the door.
Can you move the ball again?
Oh.
Can you move the ball to a different location? Can you put it back where it was?
It's like it's coming back upstairs or something.
Just give it a little nudge, even if you just move it a few inches. 2 inches. Any direction.
music box wasn't going off when we were walking around trying to figure out what just happened with that ball.
Correct.
And now it's
I
going off
noticed
again.
that.
And the REM pod hasn't gone off once.
Not yet.
I mean,
Look at them.
I just came up here to FaceTime my buddy and
Right.
show him the place, and obviously I set my equipment down because
Well, yeah, you might as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that was a good call.
and it started going off like that,
Right.
and then now we have this little situation.
Huh.
And this bad boy hasn't even gone off yet, like you keep saying.
I think it might at some point. I'd just leave it alone. I like the fact that it's been kind of quiet, and then that way, if and when it does go off, it'll be a lot more credible, a little bit bigger deal, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm really scratching my head about the ball thing. So let's try this. Let's try this. Is there another ball somewhere?
Yeah,
It
there's
doesn't even
another
have to
one
be
in
the
the
same
closet.
size.
Ugh. Ball secured.
Oh wow. Okay. So let's say, for instance, that the ball was here, and let's say you were setting up that, and you turned around, and maybe you didn't even realize you accidentally bumped it just a little bit. What would it do?
Go back.
So I was wondering if there's a slope to the floor that would cause it to roll over into that corner. But I took my foot on top of it and I rolled it, and it doesn't want to go that way. It wants to go
Back towards the stairs,
a
almost.
little bit back towards the stairs, more towards the middle of the hallway area.
Yeah.
So that's where the floor is leaning, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't count because it bounced off that other ball. But let's. Yeah, like that's uphill. That's basically uphill, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't want to go there. Huh?
So you would have to pick that ball up and place it there.
Or push it, roll
Or
it.
push it pretty
roll
hard.
it, and then place it there purposely and let go of it.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That was the ball setting it off.
Okay, yeah.
It naturally wants to roll. So if you bring this ball out here, well, it wants to roll this way, number one, but when I set it over here, I'll set the ball over here. I'm just going to give it a little nudge. A little bit, maybe more of a nudge. It wants to go right there. If you ever get another music box, it better play like my favorite disco hits from the 70s, dude.
Well, I guess the only thing I can really say is that if you're going to stay at the Sallie House, it's good to have some big balls.
REM pod in the same spot.
Balls,
Balls are in the same spot.
same spot.
See, that's not you.
No, because I'm behind it.
Yeah. It's like it's just standing on the stairs the whole time. He's just, or she, he or she, is just standing on the middle of the stairs, and they can't decide whether they want to go up or down.
Or it.
Or it. That is true.
Could be an it.
Could be. That was a car.
I was really hoping that that ball would be moved.
I mean, what I've been expecting is something in here to be different. Like one of these Raggedy Ann dolls or something. But nothing's moved. That might have been me. Not seeing anything different up here. Are you?
I'm not noticing anything, nothing that stands out.
Yeah, I'm not really noticing anything different. Unless it's something like super small and I just haven't been paying attention.
I mean, it would be very easy because of the conditions of this room, how cluttered everything is, the toys spread all over in a complete state of disarray. It would be very easy for like one of these stuffed animals to be in a completely different position and we would never know.
Yeah, unless it's one of these, which they haven't changed since I set them up.
Right, this would be the only thing that was really memorable.
Sally, do you want to come have a tea party? Oh, that's me. Ugh. Sally, do you want to have a tea party with me? I'm in your room. Can you come upstairs and have a tea party with me? It fucking stinks down here.
Carpet's probably never been vacuumed.
Probably. It is. Oh, I'm getting up. Sorry, Sally, but that tea party is canceled. Jeez.
Oh, that's why she hasn't drank the tea, man.
I guess so.
Smells like shit.
Now the music box has stopped.
Everything stopped.
It's like it doesn't like us up here.
I don't know if it's so much that or
I think it's a little
or if
nervous.
it does want us up here, which is why it keeps trying to lure us up here, and then once we're up here, it just kind of stops because it's where it wants us to be.
I mean, you got us up here. Why not, show why you want us up here?
In this clip, remember that Sally's allegedly favorite toy is only activated by touch.
I mean, obviously, you've wanted us up here all day. You've been making the REM pod and the music box go off. Oh my God. That toy that just detects. It's doing it. So that toy detects physical touch. That is the only way. It can turn on by something around it getting touched or it physically getting touched, but the only way that toy turns on is physical touch. Do you want us in Sallie's room? Is that what you want? Do you want us in Sally's room?
So that toy is essentially like a cat ball.
Yeah, it's so touch around it or on it. Makes it go off.
Take your flashlight off of it because it's not showing up on camera. Now touch the bed. I mean, you can leave your flashlight on, just don't shine it directly on the toy. Yeah.
So that's the only way that toy goes off is by that.
I heard something.
I'm gonna assume that was because this house is old.
I mean,
it
was
sounded
just,
like a knock.
It was just one little tap or knock.
Like a.
But it could be a board shifting or.
If that flashlight turns off.
It won't. That one won't.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. They'd have to push it pretty hard.
All right.
Yeah, hold that thing in your hand, kind of not too close to your mic, but right there where the mic's going. Yeah, where it was fine. Just don't set it down.
Okay. Is there anybody up here with us? Hold up. Is there anybody up here with us? I is, maybe?
I just thought I heard there is.
How many people are here with us? That was very quiet.
I heard something, but I couldn't tell what it was. What is your name? What was that?
It sounded like a scream almost. Can you tell us your name? And someone's still making the music box go off. What room are you in? Yours. I think I just heard yours. So you're in here with us right now? Neighbors? That was very clearly neighbors. Why neighbors, though? Do you have anything you want to ask?
How long have you been here?
I can like hear that there's words coming out, but I can't make them out.
Right.
Music box is still going off.
How many years have you been here?
Is there actually a little girl named Sallie haunting this place? This is what it's done all night, even with our other equipment. It won't directly answer our questions, besides like maybe once or twice.
Right, yeah, there's like interaction, but there's not. It's like very distant.
Yeah. It loves the music box now.
Are you male or female?
I heard I'm. Man? Male?
Might have been what it said.
I think I'm male.
It's closer to you. You can hear it better than I can.
Is this the 18-year-old boy?
How old are you?
I think I just heard 14. Is it a 14-year-old kid with the mind of an 8-year-old? Or an 18-year-old kid?
I don't really know. I thought it was more around the 14 mark
If it was
myself.
14, that would make sense why it's just
Yeah.
14. Is this that 14-year-old kid? Are we talking to you?
What is your name?
Jacob?
Jacob, and I thought I heard that earlier too when I asked the name. I couldn't tell if it said Caleb or Jacob. If it said Jacob twice,
Is your name Jacob? Should we switch rooms? Should we go over to Sallie's room? No. I said no. Do you want us to stay in this room? I heard a faint yeah.
I heard yeah. Why do you want us to stay in this room? What did that say?
Did that say voices?
I thought I heard promises.
Promises. Should I move the REM pod into this room? Hold up. That was really weird. We got some answers and then completely ignored the other times.
I'm pretty sure I heard Jacob twice because I asked for a name early on and then I asked again later, and I think I heard a Jacob the first time, but I wasn't sure. exactly what I heard, and then the second time I distinctly heard Jacob.
Yeah. So I'm assuming the 14-year-old boy is Jacob.
Well, we're kind of guessing. I mean, that's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
the
that's-
thing with stories and legends, right? You don't ever really know. Everybody's kind of comes up with their own evidence, and so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what's accurate and what's not. But I know the second time I heard the name Jacob
I mean, I
specifically.
even I heard Jacob.
Yeah.
So
So there's at least that. I don't know.
and now the music box has stopped.
And the music box has stopped. Yeah.
Now that it's nighttime, it's a lot harder to build up the courage to come.
It is. It is. When you've got sunlight outside, and you know, all's right with the world, and everything is pretty nice. And then when it gets dark, you have the things that go bump in the night, and we haven't really had any bumps in the night. We have had some strange that toys going off. Take your flashlight off of it directly so that yeah.
Why is it still going off?
I would have to look and see the footage. I don't know if you bumped the bed or not. I don't think you did.
I would have had to bump it hard, going off of how hard I just.
And it just lit up like twice, maybe 3 times, and then it quit.
Yeah, like.
It didn't go and go and go. But it did now. Yeah, you would have had to hit that pretty hard.
It hard. There you go. Just follow my voice. Or Kyle's cough.
Follow my cough. Follow my nasty smoker's cough.
You're getting closer.
Can you tell us your name?
Are you just chilling at the middle of the stairwell? Do you not want to come up?
I heard that.
That was a knock in here.
And that wasn't just the sound of an old house.
That was like something actually up here.
That sounded like it came from in here.
Are you in the guest bedroom? Yes. Do you want us to go in there? I guess we're going in there.
I'm going in, because that's where I heard the sound come from.
I was going to say it's significantly colder in here than it has been, but the AC is blowing.
This is true. I'm going to tell you right now that, and I don't know, this will be tough to verify, but this closet door is slightly cracked open, and the last time that I was up here, it was not open that far.
I mean, I didn't open or close
So
these doors when I was up here earlier.
it was more like that before. There wasn't a visible gap.
You think that could have been that noise? Potentially, like something?
Potentially it could have been.
Something like that. We have a REM pod in here. It's got a giant bright red light sticking out. If you get close to that REM pod, more colors will shine, and we'll hear a sound, and we'll know that you're in here with us. We just want to know that you're here. You want me to turn the light off? Make one of our devices go off if you want me to turn the light off.
Are you human?
Jumping straight into it, okay.
Or were you ever human?
Now the music box isn't doing anything. This is weird. Are you still up here with us? Or did you go back downstairs? That's probably me. Should I call out the spirit in the basement?
I don't want you to.
I'm going to, for the content.
I know you.
Spirit that resides in the basement. Whoa.
What? What just happened?
I just had okay, never mind. Spirit that resides in the basement. I am inviting you to come all the way upstairs. To come speak with me and my buddy Kyle.
Or just Jackson.
Or just me.
You don't have to, you can ignore me.
What was that?
What was what?
Sounded like something like shook.
Didn't catch it. I believe you, I just didn't catch it.
Spirit of the basement. I want you all the way up here with us. That does not mean you can follow us home, though. You have to stay here. But we want you all the way up top on this top floor. We want to communicate with you. Can you give us a sign that you're up here? Maybe I should call him Demon of the Basement.
Don't do that. Let's keep it respectful.
No.
I don't want to get thrashed. I get beat up enough at work.
Oh, trust me, I get it. Spirit of the basement. Alright. That was in the bathroom.
Maybe that's what I heard it from before.
How weird would it be if there's just something new in here? You still got the baby foot, thumbtacks, and the bracelet. Spirit of the basement, are you up here with us? Give us an obvious sign. You could shut a door, knock on something, make our equipment go off. We just want an obvious sign that you're up here with us. I did that on my own. We're
Seems to
getting,
be pretty quiet right now.
we're about an hour and 5 minutes from what is supposedly the devil's hour. 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be when all the demons come out and play. And they're their most aggressive and more willing to do stuff.
More active, yeah.
Yeah. So if this place really is haunted by a demon, like some people say, then maybe 3 a.m. is going to be the lucky hour.
That would be the time, about an hour from now?
Yep.
Okay, well, hope you're wrong.
Also kind of hope I'm right.
Don't want to mess with the demons. Not my thing. But we're here, so we'll certainly see what we can find.
Is it 3 o'clock?
It is straight up 3.
All right. So we are now at the Devil's Hour. Supposed to be when all of this stuff likes to come out to play. When it's the most active. Supposedly. I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ever done an investigation this late at night before. We still have the 2 balls in the same spot. We have the music box pointing towards the room that hasn't really had anything going on. Which honestly, I'm gonna change that. Back over here to the good old spot.
That's probably me.
That's calibrating.
That was my belly growling. You probably heard that.
I did.
I didn't eat my sandwich.
Dude, you gotta eat your sandwich.
I might eat my sandwich later. I wasn't hungry until now.
Dude,
Obviously.
I messed up my sandwich. So I don't know if there's like a special way we're supposed to call out at 3 a.m. So I'm just gonna do it the way that I've always done it. Any spirits that reside here at the Sallie House, we're inviting you to come upstairs, join us for this next hour. We want to know that you're here. We want you to use our equipment. We really just want to communicate. And we hope that you can cooperate with us. And maybe Kyle's stomach will cooperate.
Maybe.
So yeah, please feel free to come upstairs. Right now, me and Kyle are in Sally's room. But we'll be all over for pretty much the next hour-ish, so. Let's see.
Sorry,
I
man.
might need to go eat that sandwich.
Can't do it now.
No?
Wait.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I really feel like those people had to have been disrespecting the spirits if they're getting scratched and they feel like the spirit is angry.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, there's a book downstairs. It's a guest book, and people can sign in and talk about their experiences and stuff. And we glanced through it briefly earlier. There was a lot of people that were getting claimed to get scratched. There was a lot of people that had a lot more frightening experiences than we've had so far. And but there was also a lot of people, I'd say at least 50% of them said nothing happened for the entire night. Or if something did happen, it was something really minor, like they thought they heard footsteps. But I've always say, this is an old house. I mean, just, a few sounds here and there doesn't really prove a whole lot to me. It takes something a little bit more convincing for me personally. There's a motion sensor on the porch light, and a lot of people claim that talked about the porch light going off and on its own. There's a motion sensor on the porch light.
Music box just went off. Can you use one of our pieces of equipment? We got the music box, we got the REM pod, we got cat balls. You got the toy in Sally's room. Whatever you needed to use to let your presence be known, feel free to do so. It is dead.
I don't even feel weird. Do you feel weird at all?
No, not at all. Like, I feel
I don't get a sense.
I feel fine.
Yeah, I don't get a sense of anything unusual. Because you've been getting headaches and stuff occasionally.
The light downstairs just turned on. We turned all those lights off. I'm not crazy, right? We turned all those off.
Everything was off. It was pitch black in this house.
Yeah. I mean, even going back on the footage, you'll be able to see that that light was off.
All of our lights were off.
Dude, as soon as we're talking about how this place is dead, no pun intended.
And yeah, now there's a light on. And we've been up here the whole time. There's no one else here. I turned off the IR on the camera so that you could see that there's a light on downstairs. So I guess we need to go down and look.
That is something I have never seen before.
We will probably set off the music box as we go down.
We will more than likely set it off.
Let's see, why's it gotta play creepy music? That's the porch light. So that's outside, and that's got a motion sensor on it, right?
Yeah, outside is a motion sensor, but this,
That's not lit up. It's all coming in from outside.
So something had to.
Something tripped the motion sensor.
Do we want to?
So, I mean, we have to. That's not.
I mean, every car that's been out, like that is out here, has been out there.
Yeah,
the whole
I mean,
time
there's
we've been here.
people that walk on the sidewalk and stuff too. That, you know, unfortunately, we just can't count that as evidence, right?
Music box.
We just can't count that as evidence because,
There's too many factors.
I mean, it could have been a bird, it could have been a bug, it could have been a teenage prankster coming up, fly. It could have been any number of things. If that light had been on inside here, that'd be a completely different.
Yeah, that's
story.
honestly where I thought it was.
It looked like it.
Yeah, I thought
The
it
way
was.
reflecting down on the stairs. It looked like it.
Yeah, I thought it was this light right here.
It looked like that this lamp had come on, but that's not what it was.
After much deliberation, Jackson and I decided that we needed to enter the basement so we could rule out any trickery. We violated the request of the owners and proceeded down the basement stairs. We also decided to turn on the lights.
So Jackson and I have decided to kind of break the rules, and
For the content, of course.
we're going to go into the basement.
As you can see, no one.
He's already crossed. It's the point of no return, Jackson.
These stairs feel honestly more stable than
The other stairs.
the other stairs. Looks like a ritual happened down here.
Yeah, that's the story, that somebody stayed here once and performed some sort of satanic or evil ritual.
Well, not even just the burn mark. I mean, the
Burned
chair
a
set up.
pentagram into the floor, which was later they tried to remove it and wasn't really able to do so. And that's the remains. If you look closely, you can kind of see the points of an arrow and a pentagram up in there somewhere.
It's nothing too crazy.
Looks like a dehumidifier, humidifier or something here. I don't know what that is. It's a very small basement area. Looks like there's a popped balloon there. Some other stuff. And of course there's this hole back here. Now there's shoe prints and stuff here. Somebody has crawled back up in here at some point. But it looks like that the it's an old style 1800s basement, and half of it's split and collapsed mostly. If you want to look in there, Jackson, you can. I don't, which it's not really much.
Nothing too crazy. Huh. Whew. It's a neat little basement. We saw the burn mark.
Old stone basement. Yeah, that's the spot. A couple of chairs down here too. 3 actually. So it's just a little confusing to me because there's all these stories, recently, well, we don't want you going to the basement, don't go to the basement, no admittance, you can't go down there, it's unsafe, the pilot light on the furnace will go out, and all these different things, yet you come down here and there's 3 chairs for people to sit and, probably perform EDP sessions or something like that, or whatever. And there's nothing to really stop you, because if they really wanted to, it'd be pretty easy to just put a latch and a padlock on that door.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't be able to get down here. And I mean, that you can go to Home Depot and you can do that for less than $10. But they haven't done that. So it makes me wonder about exactly what's up with that whole don't go in the basement story. Not sure. Not sure at all.
Oh, the woman fell to her death on the basement stairs. I thought she fell to her death on the stairs over here.
As the sun rose the next morning, Jackson and I decided to pack up our equipment and leave. No activity happened after 3 a.m., and we were exhausted. While Jackson believes that the Sallie House is haunted, I remain skeptical. However, there were several strange occurrences, and while individually these events can be dismissed with rational thinking, as a whole, and in such a short period of time, the evidence is admittedly suggestive of weird activity. Technological malfunctions and creaking boards can explain a lot, but I am reminded of the ball that moved, and we could never find a logical explanation for that. For the believer, no proof is necessary. For the skeptic, no proof is satisfactory. And so we leave you to draw your own conclusions about our night at the Sallie House.